What's up, Scrappy Peeps? It's Adele from Inky Quill, and while Archie is out with Daddy for a little while, I'm doing some voiceovers. So today I've got a Kit Crashes video for you today, and Kit Crashes is where I grab an old kit from my stash and I try to just crash it and smash it and use up as much as I can, because I know we all have these kits that we buy and go, oh, they're so pretty, and then we just put them away because they're so pretty and we don't want to use them. We need to get them out and kill them. So grab a kit. If you're at home playing along, grab a kit, grab a layout, and see how much you can get of your kit used up. So this is the April Studio Calico Project Life kit from 2016, and you can see there I actually used the card that, like the introduction card for the kit, and this is the very first page of my 2017 Project Life. So this year I'm once again doing 9x12 formats, and I just love the 9x12 size. I get a lot of questions about where I get my stuff from. I buy all my albums from Studio Calico, and I get most of my page protectors from there as well. I also get the page protectors from Scrapbooking from Scratch, and Citrus Twist sometimes have them, wherever I can pick them up really. So I'm just going through the cards, and I'm not too fussed about round and straight. I feel like if I got wound up on that, and if someone's too caught up on that looking through my album, then they're not worth looking through my album. So I'm happy to use round and straight at the same time. I will usually at the end of completing an album go through and connect the photos back to back with what's in the page protector in front of it. I haven't done that yet, so I do need to go do that for last year's albums too. So this one is of a little, this is a photo of my traveler's notebook. So I have a second YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed over there, it's called Let's Get Inky. I've just reached 10,000 subscribers, so I'm very excited about that. And over there, I have been doing these traveler's notebooks videos which are like journal with me videos, and this was the first page that I did. So I did start it at the start of the year. I forgot about that. So I'm just using the stamp set. I'm not a huge fan of the Studio Calico kits when they're full price, but if I can get one for $5, then I'm more than happy to buy one. And I do like that they include a stamp set with their kits as well. So if you're a stampy person, it's handy to have those kits when they do go on sale. I'm using I think it's a Tiki graphic pen for here. It's just one I picked up from Eckersley's. It wrote nice and it was permanent ink, so I bought it. Just to add a little bit of journaling and that little bit of chipboard, and I feel like it needs something else, so I'm just going through my own stash just to see if I can find some wood veneer. I feel like wood veneer often brings like a warmth to cards that are quite dull or dark looking. This is how we spent our New Year's Eve this year, curled up on the couch watching TV together, and I saw this meme on Facebook and I just knew I had to print it out. So if you've got weeks that are, quite empty, didn't really do anything like this one, go on Facebook, go on Google, and see if you can find some memes that sum up how you felt that week. So for us, it was definitely an at-home week. I think we're just a bit past celebrating New Year's. All of our friends have moved away. So, it's a bit tricky to get everyone in the same location at the same time. And being at this point, I was 7 months pregnant. Yeah. And it was hot. We had a really, really stinking hot January this year. If you've listened to my voiceovers throughout the start of this year, you'll remember how much I hated January and the heat. So I'm just decided to add a little bit of twine. I need to go and buy some more twine. I usually just get mine off eBay. I get a lot of things off eBay. It's really handy, and I'm cheating here. So I'm doing 2 strips. I'm just out of frame there. But instead of winding it all the way around and losing that back piece, I'm just winding 2 strips around just the front. I move it over a little bit. There we go. It's always handy to have a kind of like a El Crapo washi tape that you have in your stash just nearby in case you ever need to tape down the back of something. I am so close to finishing a roll of washi tape. It's one of my favorite ones, and I'm desperately trying to use it on everything because is anyone else out there? Tell me if you've finished a roll of washi tape. In my lifetime, I have finished two rolls of washi tape. I own about 60 of them, and I have only finished 2. So please let me know in the comments if I'm not the only washi hoarder. I might actually if you'd like me to do kind of some projects using washi tape, let me know, because that will give me a bit of a challenge to do, because I have a lot of it and I don't use it as much as I really should. Adding a little bit of Hardy Shine here and there, and this is my title card and it's all done. So I'm going to move on to the next one after I jiggle it for you. What's next? This little one, this is a photo that I stole off Facebook of my in-laws. They live a few hours away from us, and they went for like a little picnic afternoon for New Year's Eve, so I stole their photo off Facebook. And this next one is a photo of the buns in front of Mike the fan, and they love Mike almost as much as I do, which is saying something. I added a bit of staple to that cork embellishment just because I wanted to. It didn't need it. It was already sticky. But I just sometimes like the look of a bit of added extra staple here and there. Once again, I felt like it needed some wood veneer. It was a black and white photo, and it didn't really need journaling, much journaling. A lot of the time, photos in my project life, I know that our routine will change and our lives will change and we might not remember things, but this is quite obviously 2 rabbits in front of a fan. There's not a huge backstory, so I just used a little label here, and I think I just wrote about how much they love Mike the fan. Something like, I never get sick of photographing these 2 snuggle. There we go. And as I'm doing this voiceover, they're right next to me, snuggled up under the couch, being terribly adorable. So I wanted to make a little bit of a cluster here, and you can see I'm just spilling this cluster down the side of the page. Often when I take my photos, I kind of keep in mind an empty space. So when I took this photo, I didn't stand so that the rabbits took up the entire frame. I like to leave a little bit of an empty space. So here you can see that top left is a bit of an empty space. So that's something to think about when you're actually taking your photos. Maybe just leave a little bit of a blank area that you don't mind covering up, that you can pop something there. I wanted to change up this cork tag a little bit. So that's something you can always do. You don't have to use embellishments as they're meant to be used. I cut it into a little flag, and you'll see I'll use that in a little moment. Using the stamp set and my StazOn ink, and I'm just stamping onto some leftover Basil Marshmallow cardstock just to give myself a bit of a label. I'm a fan of labels, and you know what? I've reorganized my craft space and I've moved everything. It's not organized yet, so I can't give you a tour yet, but I found this pack of Studio Calico label stickers that I've completely forgot that I had, and I'm very excited because I'm into labels at the moment. Adding a quick little bit of journaling here about my evening and the fact that I was actually eating something healthy for dinner, and I think I'm almost done. I've just got the guard dog. So this was during summer. This was one of the bunny's favorite spots, this little tiny corner in between the doorway and my cube shelf there, and I think they used to get a cool breeze from the front door, and that's why they liked it. So that means I'm all done. So this was a pretty easy layout. Didn't take too long, and it's nice to have that first one for the year, a quick easy one, so that you don't feel stuck. It's just nice and easy to get it over and done with and then move on. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I make videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!